Welcome back everyone to the final installment of Lucky Larry Walks the Ouachitas. We began this adventure on January the 11th at Talamina State Park near Talihina, Oklahoma, and in this episode we close the adventure at Pinnacle Mountain State Park, 17 miles west of Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, folks, I have come to a challenge. This creek has got to be crossed because I've got to go to the other side. As you notice, there's a blue blaze on this tree about right there. I'm going to set the camera up and go across. Wish me luck. If I get wet, you'll be the witness. Well, it wasn't pretty, but we got it done and I'm mostly dry. Remember, it's January the 28th. That water is cold. So I'm gonna sit down and dry my feet off and I'll be on my way. Good morning. I think I'm on the morning of day 18. It rained most of the day yesterday and rained practically all night last night. I was able to sleep in a hiker shelter. Those hiker shelters have metal roofs, and it rained so hard last night at one point I couldn't even hear myself talk to myself. I had to speak up. Pretty sad, huh? You know, every hiker shelter that I have encountered on this trip has been empty. I've had it all to myself. I'm very fortunate. One thing that I like about long distance hiking is the fact that it really makes you appreciative of the simple pleasures and the everyday things that we take for granted. We live in the most powerful, affluent nation in the history of the world. We have luxuries that kings, queens, and pharaohs never would have dreamed of in time past. Just us common folks do. If I want to control the climate in the house, you know, it's 68 degrees, I want it to be 72. I go and move the dial. The temperature in the house changes. Climate controlled environment. That's a beautiful thing. Hot and cold running water. You're not here on the trail. You filter all the water that you drink and that you consume, cooking and everything. And take for granted how much water you use in everyday life. Let's not forget the blessings of porcelain, folks. Yes, I do love porcelain. So yeah, just beautiful conveniences, lives of luxury and opulence even, you know? But even with all this, so many people struggle to be happy. That really seems sad to me. I don't understand why. I don't know what the answer to the problem is, but I know that being out here hiking will encourage, cultivate, at least in me, an attitude of gratitude for the everyday simple things. And I think having that attitude has got to be one of the major components to being a happy person. I've got one camp tonight and then one the next night, and I'll be able to get home to all those modern conveniences, and I will appreciate them all so much more for having been here on this trail these 20 or 21 days. Oh, there is a stream down below me. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, pretty little stream down below me there. That's what that water is you hear in the background. All right, so hold on, because in just a moment I'm going to show you something that just put a little joy into me this morning. You know, I showed you a few minutes ago that there was a creek down below me. I heard that creek and I was going, oh, I don't want to take my boots off and make a wet crossing of a creek this morning. I'm just not into that. And as I approached the creek, I could hear it running, and had a little bit of a sense of dread. And as I approached the creek even closer, look what I saw. Can you see that? A bridge across the creek. Now I am one happy hiker. I think on this hike I have seen people a total of 4 times. I saw a Boy Scout troop at about maybe mile 100. I saw a couple and their dog on a weekend doing a day hike. I saw a young couple which I took to be sweethearts who were on a day hike not far from a road crossing on it was a real bright sunny day, and they were, I think, really shocked to see an old man laying down by a tree on the Ouachita Trail. I assured them that everything was okay. I was just taking a nap. You know, sometimes when hikers get together, they talk about different exploits they become involved. You know, have you ever hiked the Appalachian Trail? Oh yeah, but have you ever hiked this? Or have you ever been to Glacier or different kind of places? And sometimes the tales of the trails get a little bit, you get a bunch of guys together and there's some tall tales, I think. Sometimes in a group like that, the first liar doesn't have a chance. And I guess every crow thinks he's the blackest. But the Ouachita Trail has exceeded my expectations in every way. Beautiful trail, well maintained, marked pretty well. Somebody might ask, what's a 62-year-old man out solo hiking in the middle of the winter? I just want to make sure that I get every drop of life out of this life while I have it. I think of the words of Dylan Thomas, the poet, when he said, rage against the dying of the light. Do not go gently into that good night. And I want to live every day in a way of fullness and get all the joy I can out of every day. So, Lucky Larry is not finished yet. We've got about 30 or so miles to go, a little more than 30 miles to go, so stay with me. I'm sure there's some other adventures that await as we finish this last 30 miles of the Ouachita Trail. Okay, I'm about mile 92 now. Had to stop and take off a couple of layers. You know, sometimes the difference between brr and ooh, I'm burning up here is only about a half a mile, and I reached that point. I reassessed my food situation last night, decided I was not giving my body and mind the calories that they were demanding. I was feeling a little bit down. And there is a road crossing up here in a couple of miles, and I'm gonna go up that road crossing and hitchhike into I think there's a convenience store over there, and get some of that good old not so good for you convenience store food that is high in calories, but in my situation is a good thing, and then I'll be on my way. Well folks, just when I thought the motoring public was failing to meet my expectations. Somebody did pick me up and gave me a ride to town, to Perryville, Arkansas. Somebody had dropped off some cats here at the trail junction, as you can see behind me. They come whining after me when I was hitching. One's at my feet now. I went into town there and bought some cat food for them. Brought it back out here, but it's just a stopgap measure. I can't really do anything to help them out long term, but maybe this will tide them over till some kind soul will pick them up. And it really, really upsets me that somebody would drop cats off here in the middle of nowhere and just let them starve to death. I heard this heavy breathing and the sound of something running up behind me on the trail. And I guess it was this little fella here. Yeah, you better go back home. You can't follow me. I'm going back to Oklahoma. You can't follow me down the trail. He's a good looking dog. Running after me and scaring me like that. You better go home. Yeah, you better go home. Go on now. You good boy. I think his name's Charlie. His collar says Charlie. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye-bye now. Hey everybody, I know I said no more videos till the end of the trail. I got about 10 miles left. And guess what? The sun has come out. The glorious sun is out. And I am motivated and feeling good. Look at this behind me. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. 10 miles left. Well, folks, it looks like I have one more river to cross here. I'll have to take off these boots and put on a less wet pair of socks and see if I can get across this thing. Nah, I'm just messing with you. There's a bridge that goes across this one. Well, this is it, folks. Pinnacle Mountain State Park, visitor center's over there. The end of the trail. No fanfare, no cheerleaders, no cheering crowds, no finish line, no trophy, no certificate of completion. Just me patting myself on the back for a job well done. Really appreciate y'all coming along with me. I think that was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and I love all of you. Be good to one another. Happy trails. Go in peace. Well, that's been quite an adventure. Thank you so much for coming along with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I do so enjoy reading your comments.